students. Have a nice day. Last class we have discussed about a poem which have very interesting and discussed. The speaker says through this poem about the hard work and our creative solutions to overcome our struggles and problems which have faced in front of or which have faced in our life. We are discussed last class. Okay, then now we are going to discuss about a story, Interpreter of Melodies, written by Jhumbra Lahiri, is an American writer. In this topic, Interpreter of Melodies. Melodies means here illness. Illness. Interpreter means something to ready to overcome it. Here the title shows us that the solutions of solve the problems, solve the pains, solve the illness means some tension. Maybe somebody have the tension or the hurt pain because of their evils, because of their bad deeds which have done in their past. Then it will remembering they will become tension, pain. They have no interest to do anything. They have not behaved good to all of them. Whatever may be, if they are children, they are not ready to do or behave with happy. Because of that, they have some pain inside of them because of their bad deeds. So, interpreter means they have ready or they can resolve their problem, like psychologists, counselors, whatever may be. For examples, just for example only, counselors. Okay. Then in this chapter we are going to discuss about a family, but this story is taken from really Interpreter of Melodies means a big novel, big short story, but this extracted or taken a short part of the story. Only here we are going to learn. So here there are 6 characters, Mr. Das and Mrs. Das. Ronnie, Mr. Das and Mrs. Das, their parents, wife and husband and wife. Then Ronnie, Bobby and Tina. Ronnie, Bobby, boys, Tina, girl. Then their children. Then Mr. Kapasi is their driver. This story we are going to discuss. They are visiting India. They are an Americans. They are visiting the India. Then they are going to a temple. In their journey, something have happening, and the conversation with the driver that we are going to discuss in this chapter. Okay, take page number 103. 103. Take page number 103. You remember that the Unit 3, Section 1, Advisory for Indian Studies in the United States. In this omitted chapter, omitted means will not come for the examination. Okay. Then Interpreter of Melodies. Take page number 103. Look, Let us share the experience of a family who is on a visit to India. They are foreign citizens, yet they have a connection with India. In what way are they similar to, and in what way are they different from families you have known? They are different families. They have some difference between the families which we have known. Means we know about the families, what situations, what are the relationship, what are the behavior between the children, the parents, how behave to the children. We know, your parents how behave to you, So we know that, we can understand that the situation and the life of the family, but something different in this family. Okay, then first of all we can go through the profile of the author. Page number 108. Jhumpa Lahiri, born in 1967, was born in London, England, to a Bengali couple formerly from Kolkata. They are Bengali couples. Her formal name was Nilanjana Sudeshna, but she was called Jhumka at home, a name which was popularized by her teachers and which she returned to, even often gaining fame as a writer. She earned 3 literary master's degree at Boston University, USA, before completing her doctorate. His real name is Nilanjana Sudeshna, but he known as Jhumka, and it was popularized and she used to in his works. As a writer, she known as Jhumka. Then he got 3 literary master's degree before completing her doctorate. Then her first book, a collection of 9 stories, Interpreter of Melodies, won the Pulitzer Prize. This Interpreter of Melodies, it won the Pulitzer Prize. Her first novel, The Namesake, that is story. Then her first novel, which one? The Namesake, was adapted into a film directed by Meera Nair, starring Irfan Khan and Tabu, in which Lahiri also appeared as old Jhumpa. Lahiri's second collection of short stories, Unaccustomed Earth, reached number 1 the New York Times bestseller list. In the New York Times, his second novel became the bestseller of the year. Lahiri's writing is inspiring by her own experience as well as those of her parents, friends and acquaintances of the Bengali community. She knows so well. Lahiri is currently a member of the President's Committee on the Art and Creative Writing. Art and Humanities, appointed by the former US President Barack Obama, and is also a professor of creative writing at Princeton University. She is a professor of Princeton University, and also she is the member of the committee. Which committee? Art and Humanities, appointed by the former President of Barack Obama. Okay, this is the profile about the author. Come to the topic. Take page number 103. Let us share the experience of a family who is on a visit to India. They are foreign citizens, yet they have a connection with India. In what way are they similar to, and in what way are they different from families you have now? The what, why, how they are different from the family which we have now. Okay. At the tea stall, Mr. and Mrs. Das bickered about who should take Tina to the toilet. Eventually, Mr. Das relented when Mr. Das pointed out that he had given the girl her bath the night before. In the review mirror, Mr. Kapasi watched as Mr. Das emerged slowly from his bulky white ambassador. She did not hold the little girl's hand as they walked into the restroom. Here, they are arguing. The Mr. Das and Mrs. Das are arguing about their small little daughter who took him to the bathroom, to the toilet, the restroom. But Mr. Das said that last night I bathed her, so you want to take her to the bathroom, the toilet. Then Mr. Kapasi, the driver, watched in the through the review mirror that Mrs. Das is going without holding the daughter's hand. You know, the parents is always holding the daughters or the children's hands by their walking, but she, Mrs. Das, did not do so. They were on their way to see the Sun Temple at Konark. It was a dry, bright Saturday. The mid-July heat tempered by steady ocean breeze. Ideal weather for sightseeing. Ordinarily, Mr. Kapasi would not have stopped so on along the way, but less than 5 minutes after he had picked up the family that morning in front of Hotel Sandley Villa, the lifted girl had complained. Really, commonly the Mr. Kapasi, the driver, will not stop while they are journey. But the little girl, little daughter who Tina have complained, so he stopped there. When just 5 minutes have started their journey. Okay, they are going to Sun Temple in Konark. Konark means in Orissa. They are going to visit. The first thing Mr. Kapasi had noticed when he saw Mr. and Mrs. Dat standing with their children under the portico of the hotel was that they were very young, perhaps not even 30. In addition to Tina, they had two boys, Ronnie and Bobby, who appeared very close in age and had teeth covered in a network of flashing silver wires. The family looked Indian but dressed as foreigners did the children in stiff, brightly colored clothing and caps with translucent visor. First noticed by the driver Kapasi that they look like an Indian but dressed like a foreign. Okay. Then Mr. Kapasi was accustomed to foreign tourists. He was assigned to them regularly because he could speak English. Yesterday he had driven an elderly couple from Scotland, both with spotted face and white hair, to thin to expose their sunburned scalps. In comparison, the tanned youthful faces of Mr. and Miss Das were all the more striking. Last day or yesterday, the Kapasi half driven, half travelled with a oldest couples from Scotland. But this today, the family, the couples look like youthful. Then again, one more things also, the Mr. Kapasi will arrange or will assign the for the foreigners regularly because he can speak English. He could speak English. When he had introduced himself by Mr. Kapasi had pressed his palms together in greeting, but Mr. Das squeezed hands like an American so that Mr. Kapasi felt in his elbow. Mr. Das, for her part, had flexed one side of her mouth, smiling dutifully at Mr. Kapasi without displaying any interest in him. Mr. Kapasi treated his hand by greeting, but he pressed Mr. Das pressed like American. Then Mrs. Das is smiling like without she had not happy with, she is not interested with Mr. Kapasi. Like he looked like it. Then take page number 104. As they waited at the tea stall, Ronnie, who looked like the older of the two boys, there are two boys, Ronnie and Bobby. Then Ronnie is look like older than Bobby. Then suddenly out of the back seat, intrigued by a goat tied a stake in the ground. Don't touch it, Mr. Das said. He glanced up from his paperback tour book, which said India in yellow letter and looked as if it had been published abroad. His voice somehow tentative and little shrill, sounded as though it had not yet settled into a maturity. Then their son Ronnie immediately come out from the car and go near of the goat which have tied there. Then Mr. Das told that don't touch it. There is a book, tour book written India in the yellow letters. But I want to give you a piece of gum, the boy called back as he trod ahead. Mr. Das stepped out the car and stretched his legs by squatting briefly to the ground. A clean shaven man, he looked exactly like a magnified version of Ronnie. He had a sapphire blue visor and was dressed in short sneakers and a t-shirt. The camera slung around his neck with an impressive telephoto lens and numerous buttons and markings was the only complicated things he wore. He forward watching as Ronnie rushed towards the goat but appears to have no intention of intervening. Here Mr. Das, their father, Ronnie's father, come out of the car and stretched there, look like he just he's standing briefly squatting the ground and he standing there, look like the photo you can see. Then he is dressed sneakers, a short sneakers and a t-shirt. Camera is there in rounded the neck of him. He want to take the photos, like look like we can see in our towns there are foreigners. A lot of foreigners are there. There is a camera with them. They will pick the pictures while they are walking, while they are traveling, while they are visiting, whatever maybe, they will take the picture. That is one of the hobby of tourists. Bobby made sure that your brother doesn't do anything stupid. Then he told to Bobby, you go there, what is the stupid he will do? I don't feel like it, Bobby said, not moving. He was sitting in the front seat beside Mr. Kapasi, studying a picture of the elephant got tapped to the glove compartment. Here, he did not ready to go there near of to catch whom? Ronnie. He just sitting near of the driver's seat and studying something. No need to worry, Mr. Kapasi said. They are quite tame. You don't worry. Who said? Driver said. Take page number 105. Mr. Kapasi was 46 years old with receding hair that had gone completely silver. Here Kapasi, the driver, 46 years old, but his complete hair is silver, but his butterscotch complexion and his unlined brow, which he treated inspire moment to dabs of lotus oil balm. Is he using lotus oil balm and fully maintained. Then made it easy to imagine what he must have looked like at an earlier age. Then he maintained much more, so we can look like earlier age. He wore grey trousers and a matching jacket style shirt, tapped at the waist with short sleeves and a large pointed collar made of a thin but durable means strong, durable synthetic material. Synthetic means most made natural material, with natural material. He had specified both the cut and the fabric to his tailor. It was his preferred uniform for giving tours because it did not get crushed during his long hours behind the wheels. This dress for his journey, for his traveling, for his driving, because of the comfortable driving. Tough the windshields he watched as Ronnie cried around the goat, touched it quickly on its side, then trotted back to the car. You left India as a child, Mr. Kapasi asked when Mr. Das had settled once again into the passenger seat. Oh, Mina and I were both born in America, Mr. Das announced with an air of sudden confidence. Born and raised, our parents lived here now. They returned. We visited them every couple year. Then Mr. Das said to Kapasi that I and my wife, whom Meena is lived here, who were in born in India, but Meena and I were both born in America. Mr. Das announced with an air. Okay, they are born in America, but our parents live here now. Our parents live here now. So, in the couple of years, we have visited them. He turned to watch as the little girl ran towards the car, the wide purple bows of her sundress flopping on her narrow broad shoulders. She was holding to her chest to doll with yellow hair that looked as if he had been chopped as a punitive means as a punishment measure with a pair of dull scissors. This is Tina's first trip to India, isn't it, Tina? Oh, I don't have to go to the bathroom anymore, Tina announced. Where Mina? Mr. Das asked. Then here she come back with something wrong, like sundress putting in the shoulder and coming here, that like a punishment. Then Mr. Das asked that this is your first journey, first visit in India, isn't it? Then Tony said that, oh, I don't want to go toilet anymore. Then where is Meena? Asked Das. Mr. Kapasi found it strange that Mr. Das should refer to his wife by her first name when speaking to the little girl. Tina pointed to where Mr. Das was purchasing something from one of the shirtless men who worked at the tea stall. Mr. Kapasi heard one of the shirtless men sing a phrase from the popular Hindi love song as Mr. Das walked back to the car. Then Mr. Das asked to the little girl that where is Meena? Then it becomes strange. It half strange by the driver because her first name have called by the Mr. Das. Then pointed that there is Mrs. Das is there near of the shop. There is a shirtless man is there in the tea stall. She is purchasing something from there, and when she come back, the man singing a song like a Hindi film song. Okay, take page number 106. But